right, we're going to get started in just a few minutes. So if you have a moment, if you have a blanket that you could roll up, I just have a blanket. It's actually a yoga blanket, but you can use any blanket. You'll want to roll it up so that it's kind of the length of your spine. If it's a little longer, even better, because then your head can rest on it. Good morning. So you're going to kind of sit in front of your blanket if you're just joining. And you can do this without a blanket too. So as you're beginning, you're going to grab your blanket, put it the length of your mat here, and then you scoot your backside right up to it and kind of bring it to you so that you're still sitting on the ground. And then you're going to lay down so that you lay the length of your spine onto the blanket, and then let your arms go out to the side. So as you lay down on the blanket lengthwise, it's going to support your spine, and then you'll take your arms out to the side. So it's just now coming on to 9 o'clock, so welcome to our Restorative Yoga. My name is Amanda, and I'm so glad for you to join. If you're watching live or in the replay, feel free to ask any questions or give me any suggestions or wishes for next week, because we'll do this as long as it's needed on Fridays at 9. So thanks for joining. And if you've just gotten on, we're starting with a blanket. You're going to roll it up. If you don't have a blanket, that's okay, but you can use any blanket. You're going to roll it up and then lay it at the top of your mat. Scoot your backside towards it. Still sit on your mat, so you're not sitting on the blanket. And then roll on down. And then you have a couple of options for your legs. You're going to bring your knees together and your feet wide. That way your legs are resting on each other. And then as you lay down, you can be supported with your head, with your blanket. Your arms are out to the side comfortably and your palms face up. We're just going to start with or without the blanket. You're going to start with a nice big breath in your nose and a good breath out of the mouth. Just feeling your spine supported either by the mat or by your blanket here. It's going to help open up your chest with your palms facing up to the ceiling. Just let go of any distractions. If you have anything that would distract you, your cell phone nearby, an open door with outside music coming or outside noises coming in, I want you to just close the door, turn off all distractions, give yourself permission to have this time for you this morning. Restorative yoga is to reset ourselves back to neutral. Just kind of come back to ourselves. It's not a vigorous practice. We want to move in all the directions. Just kind of breathe in all the spaces. And as you lay here with the chest open, feel the breath go all the way into the low belly, expanding your ribs. And as you exhale, I want you to let go of something you don't need today. Just feel the freedom of the chest open here. Relax all the muscles in the face. And see if you can start to allow the breath to come in and out of the nose, filling up your ribs. And just allow yourself to soften as you exhale, fully supported by your mat and maybe by a blanket underneath you. Feel how the front of the chest opens. And you're going to let go of all the distractions in the mind and just focus on the breath. Every breath, you open up a little bit more. You need to kind of move side to side a little bit. You're feeling like you might need to move the knees kind of side to side. There's no perfect way to do this. As we move through our practice today, I always want you to feel comfortable. So if something starts to feel not good in your body, you're going to back off of the stretch or back off of the pose. Notice how your mind arrives here on the mat, in your body. Just notice how you're feeling this morning. Maybe excited, maybe anxious, hesitant, or just peaceful. Without any judgment, just notice how you're feeling. And if it's not serving you, let's breathe it out. You can stay right there with your knees together, or we're going to heel to our feet together and then bring the knees wide so that the insides of the legs are open. Nice open pose. So if you need some support here, just bring your hands gently under your legs. Or if you've got a block or another blanket or something, you can put it right underneath your legs. And that's going to give you some nice support without an intense stretch. So what's nice about restorative yoga, we don't need to be in intense positions. You want to be in a position where you're supported and you just allow your body to open. We don't force the stretch. We just allow the opening to happen, sending the breath into those spaces that need it. You really want to feel open. You can take the arms overhead here, letting the palms open, letting those elbows go out to the side. Just notice if one elbow touches the ground and not the other. And again, without any judgment, this is how we get information from our bodies. Nice and easy. You can separate your hands here, soft bend in the elbows. And again, just still feeling the stretch in your shoulders and your whole front body. Just take 2 more breaths here. Allow your face to relax. Let go of any facial expressions. All those muscles around the eyes are relaxed. And then when you're ready, bring your hands underneath the legs. Bring your legs back together, knees together. You're going to roll onto one side here and just move that blanket out from under you and gently roll back onto your back. Bend the knees again, and then just notice how your back feels. Feel the tailbone resting there. Feel that natural curve in your low back. And then we're going to bring our knees into our chest. Give yourself a little rock side to side. I'm going to turn so I can see you better. Rock your knees side to side and feel your body weight pressing onto the big muscles of your back. Let's take a gentle twist. You'll take your knees over to your right and then reach your left arm out. Feel that nice twist. Gentle, maybe even bringing the blanket under the knees if it doesn't feel good to twist this deeply, but just make it gentle. Breathe into your left ribs here. And then breathe out. Again, still feeling that opening in front of the shoulder girdle. Allow your body to just relax and melt into the twist. And then knees are going to come back through center. Let them go over to your left. And then reach away with your right arm. Gentle twist. Maybe even look over your right shoulder here. Very important to keep your focus and attention on your breath as you come into your pose, as you transition from one to the next. And as you start to inhale, I want you to bring your knees back into your chest. Let's make some circles on the ceiling here with your knees. Feel the low back and the hips, and then change that circle. Let's go in the other direction. And as the knees come in, I want you to extend your left leg up to the sky. Your right foot is on the ground. Just extend the leg up and make some ankle circles here. Nice and easy. Your back is nice and flat. Your spine is supported. You're just making ankle circles. And then you'll start to press your heel up to the sky and draw the toes towards the top of your mat. Feel free to take this pose as much as the stretch, as much as feels good. Maybe a little bend in your knee is better for you. So whatever feels good, I want you to press the heel up. Feel the length of the leg. Now let's put this ankle onto your knee. And you're going to thread the hands behind your right thigh. Pull everything in. Little stretch here. So again, if that's a big stretch for you, feel free to back off of it a little bit and then draw the legs in. Stretching to the outside of your hip here. Deep breath in. Full, complete breath out. As you breathe in, feel all the energy for your day coming in. And as you exhale, let go of a little tension, any holding. Feel that stretch deepen. And then release your foot down. Hug that left knee in, the one that was just on your leg. And then let's take an intense twist. Knee goes across. So you increase that twist. Feel that deepening of the stretch in your low back. Again, reach out through your left arm. So the knee is going towards the mat. The shoulders coming down towards the mat. Take a big breath into your left ribs here. Exhale, feel the stretch. Let's go ahead and try the other side. Knee back into your chest. Say thank you, leg. We're going to work on a little bit more stretching there. And then take your leg up to the sky. Your right leg goes up now. And maybe it feels a little different. You're going to make some ankle circles here. No rush. Just getting some movement in the joint. And then stretch the heel up. Draw the toes towards the back of the mat. As much as feels good. Breathe into the space where you feel the intensity. What I like about our restorative practice, it helps make the rest of your week just that much better. You restore from all the maybe more vigorous activity you might be doing during the week. Allows your body to open up and stretch and give you permission to slow down. Your body needs that balance. So don't force the stretch. Just breathe into the back of the leg. When you're ready, go ahead and bring that ankle to your knee. Thread the hands behind the thigh. Draw everything in. And feel it right outside of your right hip now. You want to flex both feet and then find the amount of pressure that feels good to you. Drawing it in just right to the edge of your stretch. Feel the face relax and all the stretch, all the space happening right there in your right hip. Take one more breath. And we'll put our leg down. Extend the left leg straight. Hug your right knee in. And now let's twist to the side. Your right knee comes down and then reach out to the other side with your right arm. Feel that twist and rotation in the low back. Look over your back shoulder. Working on pressing the knee down, letting the shoulder relax towards your mat. And we'll bring our knee back into our chest. Nice big breath in. Let's go ahead and hug the other knee in. Again, just a nice little hug around your shins. Feel the low back nice and long. We're stretching out all the natural curves of your spine here. Now we can bring our knees wide. If you have a towel or maybe a strap, you can put it around your feet if you can't reach your feet here, or feel free to just hold on to your ankles. Want your knees to go wide. You're drawing the arches of your feet up towards the chin, letting the knees go out to the sides. Just let the hips open gently here. And let's come into happy baby. You're going to bring your feet wide, soles of the feet face the sky. We're going to draw our soles of the feet down, knees outside of your torso, little rock side to side. With the knees out, And the legs over you, feel just the weight of the legs helping you gently stretch into your hips. Again, still feel the chest open. Maybe start to straighten one leg a little or a lot, and then the other. You'll start to kind of rock side to side. And again, just move in the way that feels good. What's nice about a nice home practice, no one's able to see you. You're just in your own body here. And then hug those knees back in. Say, thank you, legs. Roll over to the side gently. And we're going to come up to our seat, sitting up nice and tall. If you do have that blanket, I encourage you to just kind of fold it a little bit. It gives you a little bit of a lift. And then you can put it right behind you, sit up on it. It's going to help tilt your pelvis forward, give your low back more space. And that keeps you from kind of sitting like this, kind of rounding into your back. Helps you lift up through your heart. Draw your shoulders back. Let's sit tall, close the eyes. Just take a deep breath in and a good breath out. Feel the length of your spine. Gently press your shoulders back. Again, notice if there's any thoughts or sounds or anything distracting you. I want you to allow yourself to let those things go. Just give yourself all your attention. It's okay to be selfish with your attention for just a little bit here. And you can keep your eyes closed. We're going to circle the torso. Inhale forward and then exhale back. Inhale and then exhale. Feel the chest open as you go forward, and then allow your back body to kind of open up as you go back. I like to hold on to the knees here just to give you a little bit of support. And then you can go the other direction. The movement comes from the low belly. You feel the outside waist. Just stirring the torso in your hips here. Nice and slow. And then come right back to center. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears and then back down behind you. Breathe in and reach up long through your fingertips. Exhale, bring your arms down. So I just want you to practice synchronizing breath with movement. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms come down. Nice and easy. Again, big breath. The movement and the breath are all synchronized. Exhale, arms come down. Now let's take the right arm, take it forward, breathe in. Exhale, turn your palm away from you and take it behind. Just a nice big circle here. Big breath, turn the palm away. One more time, big breath. And circle back. Let's bring that hand behind you. Bring your left hand to your knee. Lift up through your chest, take a gentle twist. Not super deep, just open up the heart to the side of the mat. And then come back to center with me. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. Let's circle the left arm to take the arm up. And then exhale back. Inhale, arm reaches up. Exhale back. So if you need to, put a little bend in your elbow. We want to make sure to keep range of motion in our shoulders. We tend to reach forward a lot in our day, less reaching back. So let's feel the front of the shoulder open. You feel the whole side body stretch open. Take one more breath. And then put that hand behind you. Bring your right hand to your left knee. You want to lift up and out through the collarbones and twist from below the belly button. If it feels good, look behind you. Just as much as feels good. And then come back to center with me. Roll shoulders. Exhale behind. Let's interlace your fingers behind you. Draw your shoulder blades back. Put a little bend in your elbows. And then right here, you can kind of bend the elbows and then straighten. Just kind of being dynamic here. As much as feels good. Opening up the heart. Bring your chin to your chest. Deep breath in. Complete breath out. And then move your chest to the right. So that's going to draw your right shoulder back, opening up the front of the chest and shoulder. And then you'll turn your chest to the left. Feel how that opens up the other side. Just take your time there. You can kind of go side to side. You can move the head to the side gently. And then we're going to come back. Just relax. Roll shoulders. We'll take the right ear towards the right shoulder and feel how that stretches from your left ear down through your neck. Notice if you're kind of feeling rushed or anxious to move faster. Just kind of sit with that. And then top of the head moves up. Ooh, I slept on my shoulder a little funny 2 nights ago. So we're stretching from your ear to your shoulder. So I have one shoulder that is feeling particularly tight and tweaky, so this is a good practice for that. So just be real easy as we move slowly, at least this once a week as you come to a restorative practice. Just gives you some information from your body. You might notice some little spots that might need some attention for you to just be real gentle with. And then let's come back. Let's take the arms overhead, breathe in. Exhale, let's arch to the side. Left arm up and over. And I want you to press down through your left hip and bow your ribs out to the side. It's almost like a little side crunch here without the intensity, but a beautiful side stretch right on the side of your ribs. Inflate those ribs here like a balloon. And then take the arms up, breathe in. Exhale, let's go over to the other side. Spend a moment here, letting the arm just kind of dangle over, keeping your backside grounded to the mat or to your blanket, whatever you're sitting on. Just take one more breath here. And then come back up. Roll shoulders. Let's walk our hands forward as you come into a fold. Tuck the chin, that way your neck is long. Just breathe into that space between your shoulder blades for me. And then wrap your triceps down so that your shoulder blades open up even more, stretching into those shoulders. If you'd like a little bit more, tent your fingertips so that your palms are off the floor, off the mat. Feel your chest coming down between the arms. And then we're going to walk our hands over to your right. Reach over to the right. Reach long through your left hand. Stretch back through your left hip. Let's go over to the other side, nice and slow. Stretch back now through your right hip. Kind of bowing your ribs, your shoulder, that whole side body towards the front of your mat. And then come back to center. Press one underarm down, then the other. So we lengthen our side waist, taking out any tension. Feel your face soften. Just take a moment here. Tuck the chin without a lot of effort. Don't worry about your form. Just breathe into your back body. One more time there. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Give yourself space. As you start to inhale, let's roll up one vertebra at a time. Roll up slowly. Roll shoulders. Let's take the arms up. Big breath. Interlace your fingers and then point your first finger arch to the side. Just waking up your core now because now your hand isn't supporting you. You're going to come up nice and tall. Exhale over to the other side. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale to the side. Inhale and exhale. All right, come on up, big breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows, let your chest open to the sky. And then now let's take the hands interlace, press your palms forward, stretch your back body, round your spine here. So I want to show you from the side. Draw your belly in, middle of your spine reaches back. And then just kind of move your hands to the right and then to the left. Let the hands come down, and again, we'll roll up nice and slow so that your spine gets long. We're going to move everything away from your mat. If you need to, you can leave the blanket on your mat if you like some cushion for your knees. I always encourage you to be comfortable in your practice. We're going to come on to hands and knees. So make sure your wrists are right underneath your shoulders, your knees are directly under your hips. Spread your fingers wide. We're going to start to move in cat and cow. So your chest is open already, little cow pose, the belly drops, tiny bend in your elbows, and then exhale, round into your upper back. Feel free to close the eyes. Big breath in. Tailbone lifts. Excuse me. Exhale, round. And then in that cat back, I want you to just press the ribs to the right and then to the left. Move in however feels good to you here. Notice if you've got some tight external hips, low back. Move really slow, especially if that low back is feeling tender. And then when you're ready, you're going to come all the way down onto your mat. Belly down, hands under shoulders, stretch your toes back, and squeeze your backside and lift your chest, little cobra pose. Wake up the low back. Exhale and lower. So again, let's synchronize breath and movement. Elbows are in, breathe in, lift. Exhale, lower. Only come up as much as feels good. So maybe just keep your chin in, you lift a little bit, draw those shoulders down. I want you to have a nice long neck here. Breathe in. And breathe out. This time, let's press up and back, right into your child's pose. Hips to heels, arms out long, and then breathe into your body here. Let's bring your left hand in, right underneath your shoulder, and then take your right arm out to the side. Just feel that stretch from your right hand all the way back through your side. Sort of that same stretch as we did when we were seated. We get a little bit more flexion here from hips to spine. And then we're going to switch. Bring that hand underneath you. Reach your left arm out. Breathe into your side body. Feel that stretch. And then come back to center. Let's come into half puppy. Your hips come right over your knees, and then your chest comes down. It's like you're sticking your tailbone up in the sky. Rest your forehead here, and then maybe move your head side to side so that you press out any tension from the face. Just again, giving yourself permission to let go of any extra holding, any tension. Belly pulls in. Feel that length in your spine. And then when you're ready, come back up with me into your table pose. Tuck your toes. Let's go ahead and come into a down dog. Hips up nice and high. Feel free to put a good bend in your knees, just letting all the weight go into your legs mostly. And you press your chest towards your knees, opening up your back, opening your chest, and then you can kind of wiggle out your dog here. Belly pulls in. And if you want to, start to pedal out your feet. Your arms are right next to your ears. We're stretching both legs and spine. As you press one heel down, then the other, feel that stretch into your calf. Remember, the purpose of our yoga is not to get our heels down in down dog or to come into the most beautiful balancing. It's to get some information from your body. Let your body come to neutral here. Accept right where you are. Just be really mindful. When you do that, all those other big poses, they come with more ease. And then when we're ready, we'll bring our knees down. Let's go ahead and start with bringing your left foot forward. So we come into a low lunge. Hands right outside of the ankle. Sink down, tenting your fingertips here so that your wrists are right under your shoulders. Just gently start to sink down so you stretch into the front of your right hip flexor. Take a couple of breaths here. There's no rush. If it would feel good to you, I want you to bring your hands to your front thigh now, sinking a little bit deeper. As you press your hands into your thigh here, you draw your shoulders back, getting a little leverage. And then moving on a little bit more, let's further open up the chest. Let your heart open. Your palms are facing forward. Maybe look up to the sky. Feel your breath fill up the front body. Feel all your good breaths, all that good space just radiating, opening up your heart. And then take the hands behind, interlace, draw the shoulders back. Maybe your knuckles rest on your back thigh, or maybe you bring your hands to your low back. Just whatever feels better to you. There's no rush. We're going to bring our hands down, frame the foot. Now let's sit back and straighten that leg. That leg was in front of you, holding you, so the hamstring was probably tightening or contracting. Now it's ready to release. So again, tent your fingertips, or maybe you've got some blocks there at home. You can put your hands on blocks here. Draw your shoulders back. Just reach your chest towards the top of your foot. Again, maybe bend your knees. I want this to feel good in your body. So bend the knee if you need to. Draw your left hip back gently. Feel some length in the leg. Deep breath in and out. And we'll bend into our knee again. If you're really enjoying that hamstring stretch, feel free to stay there. Otherwise, you're going to take a little twist. So bring your hand to your knee, turn your heart towards the knee, draw your shoulder back. If you'd like to, take your arm all the way up, opening your chest to the sky, drawing your left shoulder back. Allowing the twist to deepen with the exhale. We'll bring our hand down inside of your foot and then sink down a little bit. Heel toe the foot out to the side so that the toes go out to the side. You gently let that leg go out. Feel that inner thigh stretch. You might move right and left here, making that pose feel good in your body. You want to feel like the upper leg bone is inserting into the hip socket just right. If you need a little less, you'll come up. If you need more stretch, you'll come lower. Go ahead and bring that foot back into the center. The toes face forward. You're going to tuck your back toes and bring your knee outside of your ankle. So scoot the back knee outside of your ankle. So we come to sitting. Take your time, sit up tall. I'll wait for you for a moment to kind of get there. If you would like to, you can straighten up the leg underneath. We'll sit up tall, wrap your arm around your left knee, and then hug and twist as you twist towards the leg. Further little stretch, a little bit more twist. One more breath, lengthen the spine. And then let's face forward, bring the soles of your feet together. Sit up tall, and then exhale, fold. And just kind of notice the difference between the right hip and the left hip. One more breath here. And then let's roll up. We're going to come back into table pose, hands and knees. Make some hip circles, make some cat and cow. Again, just coming into a neutral space. Notice any differences in your body here. Move however feels good. We've all done something different since we came together here on our mats. And then again, I want you to come into your down dog. Bent legs or straight, whatever is best for you today. Little bend in those knees to put the weight in the back body, or you start to balance it out by straightening up the legs. And then start to focus on those inner thighs, stretching back. Down dog is a nice symmetrical pose. The arms and legs are doing the same thing on both sides. So again, notice any differences. You'll probably feel more space in your left side here. So notice the upper leg compared to the other side. And then when you're ready, bring the knees down. We'll bring our right foot forward into our lunge. Just like on the other side, hands frame the foot first. Let go of any desire to rush the stretch. Give both sides just as much time, tenting your fingertips, wrists right underneath your shoulders. Feel that stretch right here. Don't push it. Just accepting the body for all the space it has. You get more space by being easy. So breathe into where it's tight. And as you exhale, feel a little opening. And then when you're ready, you'll start to come up onto your leg. Again, that helps you just get some leverage. Open up your chest, draw your shoulders back. And then take the arms out to the side, only if it feels good. If that doesn't feel good, if that's too much unsupported, bring yourself right back to here. Open up the chest. You want to feel your shoulder blades coming towards each other, kind of right at the point in the middle of your back. So draw those shoulder blades down. Breathe in big. All your goodness, all the potential for your day here is radiating right through your body. Feel that opening. And then maybe bring your hands together right behind you. Maybe moving your hands down the back leg. Take whatever works for you, leave out what doesn't. And then we're going to bring our hands down. Let's straighten your front leg. Shift back, weight over your back knee. Ooh, lengthen that front leg. Breathe into it. Now to get into the center of this hamstring, you're going to want to draw your right hip back and then your left hip forward. Tuck the chin, letting the top of the head go forward. Breathe into the back of the leg, don't press. Just allow yourself to settle with the exhale. On the next in-breath, bend the knee. We'll plant our left hand now and our right hand comes to the knee. And just start to twist. You twist from just below the belly button here. Pressing the hand into the knee, and that's going to help draw your shoulder back. If it suits you, take your arm up. Letting the weight of the arm increase the stretch. And then exhale, hands come down inside of the leg. Heel toe your foot out to the right. And then sink into the hip. Move side to side. Remember, if you want a little less stretch, bring your chest up here. Let the front of the body come open. If you need more stretch, come down, but try not to sacrifice the space in the front body. You always want to be able to breathe fully, so we don't want to cave in and round. Keep the chest open, the shoulders back. Another way to lessen this stretch is to bring the back knee in by tucking the toes and helping. So make this pose feel good to you. Let's heel toe the foot back into the center. And just like on the other side, you're going to tuck your back toes, take this back knee outside of your front ankle. So come to sitting with your right foot now in front of you. And I'll give you some time. Sometimes it takes a second for you to get there. If you want, straighten the leg or keep this leg bent underneath you. Just whatever works. Sit up tall, wrap your arm, and then let's twist now to the right. Lifting up through the collarbones, twisting from below the belly button. That back hand is like a kickstand for you. So I want you to lengthen your low back. Feel the chest open here. Maybe even close the eyes. Feel the heart open, radiating all your energy. again, let's face forward. Soles of the feet together. We sit up tall and then forward fold. Lengthen your spine. I want you to think lengthen up and out. Chin is in. And then go ahead and let your chest kind of close off here. Shoulders round. Your head hangs. Turn your head to say yes and no. It's going to help you release any tension from the neck. Notice any spots that need some attention. Breathe in and out of the nose. And then when you're ready, roll up slowly. Come back into your table pose. That's our neutral space today. Nice and gentle. Side to side. Your arms are supporting you. Your legs are supporting you. You can shift back to a child's pose. And then come forward into a cow pose. Just going forward and back. Little back bend. Little lengthening of your spine. Maybe even into a big up dog. Move forward as much as feels good. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, come forward. Let those hips sink. So make this a little pose or a big pose. And let's come on up onto our shins or onto our knees, excuse me. You're going to tuck your toes as we come into a camel pose. Couple of options here for you. To start, just put your heels on your heels of your hands onto your sacrum. That's that bony part right above your seat. Low back, so you're not pushing into the soft part where your kidneys are, but into the bony part, right where like a low waistband would be. You're gonna press down and forward. Let that open up your hips, and then draw your shoulders back. Elbows come towards each other. If it would feel good to you, you can come deeper right onto your heels. But I want you to press your hips forward. Lift through your chest. Again, heart is opening here. Big breath in and out. We lift up through the collarbones, creating space even in the back bend. And then you'll tuck your chin, bring your hands to your back, come slowly to sitting right into hero's pose. To keep the spine nice and long, bring those knees together, and then just sit up nice and tall. If this doesn't feel awesome to you, you can also just sit on the ground or put that blanket right on your calves so that you're sitting on the blanket and you're not bending your knees as much. Just make it feel good to you. I just want you to close your eyes here, draw your shoulders back. Feel the ease of the chest opening here. Your chin parallel to the floor. And let's open the eyes. Bring your hands over to your left. Scoot your feet out to the right. So your left foot is going to be to the top of your right knee. So knees are this way, feet are this way. Left hand behind you. We're going to lift up, open up, press your hips forward, and then lift your heart and arm. Big breath. Feel that space in your hip flexor. Again, feel that nice little half back bend, a beautiful little energy builder here. And then we come down. Again, just sit up nice and tall. Letting the spine neutralize. Roll shoulders up, back, and down. And then let's open up that right leg so that the soles of the feet come together. Sit up tall, and then come forward with your chest, chin is in. Breathe into your back body. Feel free to close the eyes. And then come up slowly. Now your left foot goes over towards your right foot. You'll bring your right hand behind you. Let's do that lift on the other side now. So lift up, hips press forward, heart lifts. Just breathe into your whole front body. And then And have a seat slowly. Sit up tall, just letting yourself neutralize. We'll bring the soles of our feet together one more time in our bound angle. So if you'd like more stretch, your feet are closer. If you'd like a little bit more restorative pose, your little diamond here that you make with your legs, your feet are out further. And we're gonna fold forward. Just let your shoulders round. Breathe big into your back body. That way we've got some good balance. Front body opening. And then give your back body some love. Give it some space as you breathe in and breathe out. Come up just slightly. Let's take your left arm up. Big breath in. Turn the palm away. Bring the hand behind. Press the back of your hand into your low back, feeling the shoulder stretch. And then see if you can press down through your left hip here. Just be real easy with yourself. Bring that hand back around to fold forward. Breathe out. And we'll come up just slightly. Take your right arm up. Breathe in. Turn the palm away. Bring it behind you. Press the hand into the low back. Open, open. Again, only as much as feels good. So if that hand on your back doesn't feel awesome, just bring your hand to your knee. And then when you're ready, go ahead and fold one more time. Breathe out. Feel free to rock side to side. Just looking to try to get the chest a little bit further forward. Lengthen the low waist a little bit more. Maybe you're up nice and tall. We'll sit up tall. Keep the legs out in front of you. And here you can either bend your knees or blanket is such a good yoga prop. Bring your legs on that blanket so your legs are supported. We're going to fold forward. So either the knees are bent and you're pressing your heels into the mat. You still get a nice stretch, but there's less effort if you've got a blanket or maybe even a pillow. Just put them under the knees and let your body come forward. Maybe feel the belly pressing towards the legs. All the breath expands your back body. We'll roll up super slowly. Roll your shoulders back. Let's move the blanket. Come into easy sitting, crossing the ankles and sitting up tall. You can bring again yourself onto the blanket to give you a little lift. Shoulders are back. Just come to a comfortable sitting position and lift up proudly through your chest. Press your shoulders back. Breathe into the whole front of the body. Breathe out and relax. Notice if you're holding any tension in the face. Just sit in stillness with your breath here. Imagine all the new oxygen coming into your body. And as you exhale, you let go of any holding here. Just taking a moment of pause. Take a deep breath in through the nose, all the way to the low belly. And a good breath out of the mouth. Roll shoulders up, back, and down. And let's move the blanket away from you. You're going to go ahead and come to laying on your back, just as we started, but without the blanket this time. We started with the blanket underneath your spine. As you come to laying now, go ahead and roll on back, hug knees into your chest, and let your head rest. You can always keep the knees bent and let the knees rest on each other, and that's going to lengthen your low back, bring some ease to the lumbar spine. And then for a moment, let's bring your hands onto your belly. Breathe into your belly and let your belly rise. As you exhale, feel the belly soften. Let's do that a couple times. A good belly breath, letting the hands rise with the abdomen and lower with the exhale. Closing the eyes here. Feel your face relax.
There's no more effort. And you can stay right here. Or if you'd like, allow your legs to go out long. Turn your toes out. Bring your hands next to you, your palms face up. We're just going to come to Shavasana for just a few moments here. We do all of the movement in our yoga practice so that we can come to this place and be still. Feel the whole front of your body open. Feel the support of your mat underneath you. As you breathe in, the front of the body is light. As you breathe out, the back body is grounded. Just right into a nice neutral place here. Let go of all the tension, all the effort in the legs, allowing the legs and lower half to feel heavy. Allow your breath to go into all the space that you've created in your hips. Feel the chest open and the arms long. Relax your face. Maybe even bring a little smile to the mouth. Feel the eyes light, all the muscles around the forehead, around the eye sockets. Let everything be soft. You're going to stay right there, laying without any effort. If any sounds or thoughts try to distract you, allow them to pass by. There's nowhere for you to be. There's nothing for you to do. But just give yourself this next few breaths, this time on your mat to just slow down. If your mind needs something to focus on, maybe focus on that space right between the eyebrows. Just be a witness to the breath as it comes in and goes out. Begin to come back to your breath. Deepening your inhale
lengthening your exhale. Remind yourself to soften the eyes. Feel expansive as you breathe in. And relaxed as you breathe out. And with the least possible effort, I want you to roll over to one side. Just take your time, giving yourself a pause on your side, maybe even resting your head on your upper arm, bending the knees softly, comfortably. Just give a moment to yourself. This nice moment of pause, the space in between of your practice and then going out into your day. Breathe in, feeling calm and energized. And as you breathe out, let go of anything you don't need to take with you today. Breathe in positivity, energy, and peace. Breathe out everything else. And then come up slowly. Come up slowly to your seat. Just be really easy with yourself. Be really mindful of your back. Feel free to keep your eyes closed. You can sit up on your blanket here. And soften the elbows next to you. Rest your hands, either palms down if you need to feel some grounding today, or if you are feeling energetic and just ready to receive some good energy from the day. Turn your palms up, feeling open. Feel your heart radiate with all of your positivity. And breathe out of the mouth and relax the face. Again, deep breath in, take everything in. Breathe out. And just be easy with yourself. Let's bring our palms to our heart. Bowing in honor of all the goodness in you, all the patience you've had for yourself today. Let's try to share that patience with everyone you share your day with. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, either for a little bit or for the whole practice. So glad to be with you. I'll see you next time.